Hello, everyone, and I'm back again. I did promise you all I was going to do a stream. I said about 20 minutes, but that was about an hour ago, so I do apologize. Hopefully, the sound audio is okay. My computer was messing about for a little while, but of course, I've been uploading some videos for you all, and hopefully, those of you who joined me on the live fight commentary little chat that we're all having, hopefully, you enjoyed that. For those of you who, of course, missed it, you can catch that on the archive. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to post this up. So let's see who's going to come on in. I hope I clicked the live button. I did, yeah. And it's for everybody to come see. Come join in. So what I want to do is talk to you all about how you all thought the fight went. Where do you think Chris Eubank Jr. goes from here? Obviously, George Groves was injured during the fight in the final round. He potentially ruptured his left shoulder. So let's see. Let's see. So gonna wait for a couple of people to come on in. So it's midnight. Obviously, I've already done a live hangout for everybody. So let's see what's going to happen. Come on in, say hello. I think there's like a lot of live streams going on right now. Hey Ryan, how are you, buddy? Just watched So Dissatisfied and Eubank Groves didn't look good either. It was a bit scrappy. It was a bit scrappy at times, no doubt. No doubt. P. Branco, hey, hope Groves gets through the injury. He really showed class. Groves Smith would be a good final. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, I hope Groves is going to be okay. But here's a question: if he's not going to be okay, what happens to the final? What happens? Do they get postponed? Obviously, depends on the extent of the injury, of course. I mean, do they postpone it a little while longer? I think is it June the 3rd? I think it's going to come up on. But anyway, if he's not going to make the final, does Chris Eubank Jr. step in and face potentially Cam Smith or Jurgen Bremer? Be interested. Very interesting. Jon Snow. Chris and his dad need to go back to the drawing board. Totally agree with you on that one. Totally agree. Definitely. Let's move that across. George may have been incapacitated, giving Eubank a possible advantage. Santiago could be right on that one. Could be right on that one. Jon Snow, he needs to know he's not the best and needs to listen to his coaches. Well said. And that's what I'm hearing a lot of online. See, a lot of people they're talking about he needs to get a new trainer in or at least let Ronnie take over. Listen, advise him, listen to him. You know, he's been around the sport for a long time. He trained and advised his dad. So why is Junior above this? Or maybe he's not. Maybe it's just all an act and he is actually listening to him. But of course, on fight night, you're not seeing too much of it. Chris Eubank Sr., he just stood there and he's not advising Junior, but he needs to advise him, whether Junior wants the advice or not, and say, hey, listen, this is what you're doing wrong. Buck your damn ideas up. Get on with it. Exactly. Yeah, you're right there. He's been brought down to reality. He needs a trainer. He's not God's gift to boxing, phenomenal fighter, but needs to brush up his boxing skills far from world level. Well, I can't disagree with that statement at all. Can't disagree with it. Did you all see the Prince Nassim Hamed review? It's a straight after the fight. He went in on Senior. He went well and truly in. And Junior, of course, saying, look, Senior has promised us this great world fighter, this elite monster is now his time. And he put on a performance like that. That's what Nassim's saying. Hey, Reef Jones. Hey, welcome, buddy. Welcome. I say it's 12:30, so I'm not expecting too many people to come on in, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have got live streams up, so maybe a lot of people are already on those live streams right now. So Nassim was savage. He was, didn't he? He was. He was. He really went into him. I mean, talk about kicking someone when they're down. But on the back of that, Chris Eubank Jr. has done that. He did that to James Tegel, right? But maybe James Tegel deserved it. So, but I think Junior is correct when he said after the fight, well, maybe now me and James Tegel, as James Tegel lost his last fight, so why not? I say yes, just for me. Jim Fitz speaking the truth. Yeah, yes, that's right. I think Prince Nazim, he was speaking the truth. no doubt. Probably harsh. I think it was harsh. He went a bit over the top, I think, but he was right in what he's saying. Chris Eubank Jr. needs to listen to his coaches. Senior needs to stop pumping him so high and maybe, I don't know, leave Junior to it, take a step back. But he won't. He won't. SJS, think the Prince had money behind Eubank win. Yeah, maybe. I think he did because he did pick him to win the fight, didn't he? He said maybe he'd put a few bucks on Eubank Jr. winning, and he's a bit pissed. Maybe. Drop some likes. Well said. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uh, Jake Jake Green, better live chat this one. I said, when I was doing the live fight talk for everybody, I missed a lot of what's going on in the comments. Obviously, I'm watching the TV, so I do apologise to anybody who was trying to get my attention and maybe didn't. But now's your opportunity. I'm fully focused on the chat. Captain Rose, this was meant to be a big name for Groves. Now nobody cares. All in the space of 2 hours. Well, that's the thing. I mean, Groves did well. He stayed behind his jab. He was counter-punching him. So he stuck to his game plan from start to finish. He did try to trade with Eubank Jr., which I thought was a bad move. Although Senior said after the fight that had Junior done in round one and earlier rounds what he'd done in like round number 12, Junior would have won that fight. And my reaction is quite simple. Why didn't you tell him to do that? You wasn't telling him to do that, you know? It was unbelievable. Groves did a number on him. Let's hope his shoulders are right for the final. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. You're right on that one. I think if he's injured and can't make the final, if he's going to be out for a long time, so they can't postpone it, what happens? Does Junior go to the final? That's interesting. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to play it. Jim Fitz. Let's not forget Eubank Senior, Joe Calzaghe, Steve Collins, Nigel Benn have all boxed on Naz's undercards at some point. You're right on that one. You are right. I mean, growing up, I hated Prince Nazim. I really hated him. But of course, back in those days, you see, I believed in WWF. I thought that crap was real. So everything that Prince Nassim was doing, I thought was legit. I thought Prince Nassim, he really was this arrogant. I don't know, maybe he was. And he's one of those fighters that I didn't really appreciate him until after he retired. A bit like Senior as well. I didn't. So bad guy. Eubank Jr. should have stayed with Adam Booth. Maybe he's going to go back there. Maybe. I think, although Ronnie Davies is a very good coach. I mean, he trained his dad, so why won't he let him do it? It's almost like Ronnie Davies is the towel boy. You know what I mean? Carries a spit bucket around. I don't know. I don't know. How do we know what he told him? Well, we know that his lips weren't moving. So we know that much. He wasn't saying anything. He wasn't in front of him saying, "Look, this is what you do. Listen to me. Do it. Do it. Do it." He wasn't doing it at all. Just didn't do it. Every time the cameras were over there, I was trying to have like a little look or Senior advising him. Me and a lot of you guys who were in the chat on the live stream there were pretty much saying like the same thing. He's not telling him what to do. He's just leaving him to his own devices. So, but it backfired on him. But will Booth want him back? Maybe with Senior out of the way. Yeah, exactly. I think that's why they split up in the first place because Senior just wouldn't stay away. And I think now Senior needs to stay away, but he won't. He won't. We know he won't. I always found Nassim very funny. He was too over the top to be serious. Eubank Senior also. Junior has zero sense of humor. I think he does, just not on camera. I think when the cameras are off and he's being himself, I think he's probably quite funny and a good laugh. But yeah, this is going to be crashing him straight down to earth. It really is. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with taking a loss once in a while. And he didn't come there to lay down. He did try. We have to give him that. He got back cut in round number 3. So, I mean, he is a warrior. There's no doubt about it. Chris Eubank Jr. is a warrior. But George Groves was just better than him. That's that's the truth of it. It really is. It really is. He screwed himself up by not going with Eddie Hearn and Sky. Jr. would be champ by now and worth 5 times. They weren't so stubborn. Yeah. It's a fair comment. It's a fair comment. But of course, you see, I thought that he would really trouble Triple G when they were supposed to fight. Looking at that, I'm not too sure. But anyway, what does Junior do now? Does he stay at 168? Does he go back down to 160? Should he let Ronnie Davis take over and actually coach him, or does he go with a new trainer? Does Senior need to step back, or does he need to stay there? And so many questions need answering, really. Hey, Tom Johnson, Grove showed his champion side experience. Absolutely correct. Absolutely. I mean, you see, I scored it 8-4 to George Groves, as a lot of you guys know when you're with me watching it live. But I think Junior did okay. It's not like he got beat up round after round after round, because he didn't. Just that he just wasn't boxing his normal self. I think he was a little bit wary of George Groves' power. I think that's what it was. Had he have fought how he usually fights, who knows? Who knows what would have happened? But either way, George Groves did well. George Groves was my pick to win the tournament, so far I'm on track. And hopefully next weekend, Callum Smith versus Jurgen Bremer. Hopefully Callum Smith comes through that one. He should drop down without a doubt, Jake. Yes, Jake. Yep. I think I can agree with you on that one. I can definitely agree with you on that one. There's bigger fights down there for him, unless of course he gets James Tagale next. But James Tagale's got a rematch with Callum Truax, so yeah, yeah, bad guy. You're right there. You're right. BK Dean, hey, how are you? Yeah. Okay, Jim Fitz. Here we go. 10 9, 10 9, 10 9. Wow. 117, really that wide. Damn. Saxonetti, how are you, brother? Eubank was terrible. He was leaning in, kept holding Groves on the inside with the left hand. Yeah, you're right. You see, that was his game plan. For those of you who joined me on the live, obviously there were so many of you guys in the chat. There was like 300 people at one point. It was quite difficult to keep track and watch it all at the same time. So obviously I don't know who was in there and who wasn't. So I do apologise to everybody. Those of you who catch my live streams do know I do like to engage with everybody. But I think not surprised. Hey, what's that? Is that he come in with a game A plan. That's what it was, which was to catch Groves with a left hook, try and get him onto the back ropes, and tee off on him so the referee stepped in. That was game plan A. Hopefully knock him out or have the referee step in. He didn't have a plan B. That was his problem for this one. It really was. Really was. BK Dean, Eubank was calling out Triple G. Can you imagine at 168 fighting like that? He would have got killed by Triple G. Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, isn't it? Because you see, when all that was going on, I was thinking, well, maybe Chris Eubank Jr. can actually beat him, because one of Triple G's weaknesses is that he can't stop the uppercut. And Chris Eubank Jr.'s trademark is the uppercut. But I don't know. Based on that one, I think I may have got a prediction wrong, potentially anyway. Groves was lucky his shoulder went round in round 12 and not 10. Well said. Totally agree with that one. Blake Williams was surprised that Froch picked Junior. What he's got to have to say. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I haven't checked Carl Froch's social media, so let's have a look. Stephanie Hopkins, this is one of them fights where I was thinking now before the fight, how I wish I was there, but an hour after the fight, I'm so glad I'm home instead. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, because the fight, while was very, very good, would it be a fight of the year? Come December, are we going to talk about this fight as fight of the year? It was a good fight. Okay, it really was. It really was. No, I didn't have Nando's today. No, I didn't. We went out to Pizza Hut instead. We went there. We did. Froch H Groves. Yeah, I'm actually just going to check Carl Froch's social media to see what he had to say about it. Carl Froch, NBE. Let's have a look. He hasn't said anything. Not a word. Not a word. So, bang on the money with that game plan analysis. Nah, yeah. No plan B was the same. Yeah, exactly. With Big Joe Saunders. I fish, I film. Fitness only goes so far. Levels were vast. I can agree with that one. Totally agree. Daniel Collins, Eubank had no game plan. Yep. Eubank Jr. is a Snapchat fighter, not a boxer. Bad basics. Well, can't disagree with that one. Can't disagree with that one. Azarabi, fantasy fight, Eubank or Khan? I'm going to go with Eubank on that one. Well, if he can catch Khan, that is, of course. Of course. I mean, I tell you that he would have KO Groves coming into the fight. He was over. Wow. Yeah, yeah. Owen Robertson. Oh, come on, Sporting, told you all. Yeah, well, we see he was my pick as well. Don't forget, he was George Groves my pick for the tournament. I've been saying it since day one. So, yeah, what's that bad guy? Jim Fitz Pizza Hut stopped the unlimited full sugar Pepsi. Did they? I didn't know. Yeah, because I tell you, man, I mean, okay, I'm not short of cash or anything, but we went into a Pizza Hut and we got that pizza to share. It was me, my wife, and my 5-year-old. Of my 5-year-old, don't eat too much, and we had the unlimited salad bar, which is bugger all at the salad bar. Um, a couple of drinks of like Pepsi, so like a refill it, and some onion rings and some cheesy chips we had as well. Come to 33 quid. And I wouldn't mind, but I didn't eat too much because I went in there and I wasn't that hungry. So I actually bought most of the pizza back. But anyway, that's another thing. I need to see that Nassim Hamid from SP. Yeah, 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 he did. He ripped into Senior, ripped him apart. Didn't hold back. I don't blame him, to be fair. I mean, he's right. I think Senior needs to stay away. He was hyping up Junior to be the most dangerous man on the planet. And that was it. Ref should have let him fight. Yeah, 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 yeah. Zach, EUBANK is a victim of his own self-belief and arrogance. You need a trainer in your corner. He needs to change his mindset to become a world champion, in my opinion. Totally agree with that one. Totally agree. That's what I mean. He didn't have to change trainers with Ronnie Davis, but at least let Ronnie, you know what I mean, advise him. But if he's that arrogant and treats Ronnie the way that he does, like he's a spit butt carrier, it's just ridiculous. So maybe go find another trainer. Maybe go with Virgil Hunter if he doesn't want to stay in the UK because he does like to go over to Vegas quite a lot. Um, I don't know. Maybe Jeff Mayweather. I don't know. Somebody. Jamie Oliver's fault. Yeah. Pineapple and ham pizza. So we had bad guy. Yeah. No, we had the meat feast one, and I had two slices and a bowl of potato salad and some of their pasta. Tiny little bowls as well. I was full. Even Junior took a bit of stick from my TV. Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. It did. I mean, which is unusual because Junior is the pay-per-view star over on ITV, isn't he? So yeah, I thought Groves wouldn't be able to live with him. I have to give him his ratings. I admit he's a bad man still. Damn, with a coffin and a gun. Damn. Senior should stay as promoter. He did a great job there to get the ring. Absolutely, absolutely. Hitman boxing. Rio Ferdinand going to be trying to damn. You would eat a meat feast pizza, wouldn't you? Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's where we went. Went to Pizza Hut, and yeah, we spent £33 on one pizza, and I couldn't finish it. I just couldn't do it. Bear in mind, I'm 6'2", but I'm not like a big guy, as in I'm not overweight or anything. Well, maybe a little bit podgy around. I'm around the middle at times, but yeah, I had two slices, a bowl full of potato salad, and I was done. And the drinks. Okay, it's unlimited drinks as well, unlimited salad, but bugger all salad. But they have like strawberry flavored Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Pepsi Max, and vanilla Pepsi and cherry Pepsi. I had a strawberry Pepsi. Oh, it was horrible, man. Pay per view my arse. Well, I mean, I'll pay for it. I'll pay 18 quid for it, man. Dwyer got a prediction right for the first time in his life. Yeah, I know, I know. The thing is with Dwyer, I don't know, there's something about him. I think he deliberately does the wrong, as in he says what he's going to bet on, but does the complete opposite. I think that's what it is because he wants everybody to believe in him to better the odds for himself. I think that's what it is. I mean, Dwight's cool though. He's all right. Grows rehydrated well, bit flabby, but hefty looking. Yeah, that's the thing because yesterday he looked drained, didn't he? But in this fight, he's like he put it back on again. So yeah, but it'd be interesting though. Would George Groves actually make the final? So hopefully tomorrow or the next couple of days, we'll find out the extent of his left shoulder injury. So yeah, year old 420 is the sides that done you, mate. Could be because while I was waiting for the pizza, I went up there. I got like a bowl of potato salad and the tiny little bowls, like big child's play bowls, right? And the other bowl had like some pasta in it, and I put like a little bit of sweet corn in it. My son had some like proper salad, like tomatoes, cucumber, that. And yeah, I had like, I think it was that pasta. I didn't enjoy it, and I think I was full up before the pizza came out. So yeah, Quebec. I think he needs to start with a new coach, get rid of both senior and Ron, and start with a fresh slate. Can't disagree with that one. Can't disagree, Bobby. Zach Zanetti, where does EUBANK go from here? Well, I'm hoping. Well, I say I'm hoping. If it was me, I would advise him go back down to 160. Maybe try and get a Daniel Jacobs fight or something like that. You know, just to see how he gets on down there. Maybe 168 is a step too far for him. Maybe we're really gonna have to see. I think if not, maybe I don't know. Would BJ Saunders entertain him? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, there are some pretty good fights down there. Maybe try and get Charlo. Maybe. But there again, I mean, Charlo undefeated. He's got the confidence. Junior just lost now. He's lost twice now. Career's not over though. That's for sure. Peter Doody, only AJ is pay-per-view standard. Well, fight for Jacobs, yeah. James Agal is going off on Eubank on Twitter, is he? I haven't seen that, Hitman. I haven't seen that. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Hey, Hitman, are you going to go live tonight or what? Because last time I went live too, and I had Kiwi Box on, for whatever reason, my stream went mental. You are the biggest. Here we go, James DeGale. This is what he's saying to Chris Eubank Jr. Now, bearing in mind, James DeGale lost his last fight to a very C-level fighter. But anyway, James DeGale, you are the biggest hype job I've never known. Okay, should be ever known. You and your father are going around telling people you're a killer. You should be embarrassed. They go crawl back under your rock. That's aimed at Christopher Eubank Jr. and Senior. Damn, it's a bit harsh. Yes, good performance, but who did he fight? An untested hype job. That was in a response. Um, they're both hype jobs. James DeGale, unproven. Now go away. What? James DeGale, here we go again. Leave off. Even after my last performance, he doesn't deserve to be in the ring with me. Hype job. Listen, man, James DeGale, your last few performances have been gash. Okay, it was only a matter of time before you lost because he tried to fight like Rocky Balboa, man. Really does. He he wants to put on such a fight performance for the fans where he's getting hit and he's hitting the opponent and it goes a distance, maybe a late stoppage. So fans go, wow, what a great fight. You see James DeGale. But people aren't doing that. People see through it. And he become unstuck in his last fight. James DeGale lost to a C-level fighter. That's just my opinion. Chris Eubank Jr. lost to an A-level fighter. Again, my opinion. James DeGale don't even got his original teeth. Not sure why he's talking down here, man. Groves ran all night. Well, yeah, son of God. I mean, that was his game plan: keep him behind the jab and counterpunch him, and it worked. So full props to him. Did Eubank lose fairly? Yeah, he did, Ahmed. He did. He did. Well, I believe he did. Gash and an axe wound. Yeah. Eubanks got robbed. No, he didn't, son of God. You know he didn't. You know he didn't. I mean, he was the busier the fight. Definitely the busier, no doubt about it. He was the one coming forward. He was the one throwing the most punches. He threw 100 punches more than George Groves, but George Groves landed more. So, whereas it may have looked at first glance that Chris Eubank Jr. was landing, he actually wasn't. When you watch it in the replay, he wasn't landing. So that was it. You know, no, it's not a troll. It's just a fan. That's all it is. Just a fan. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, of course. Groves run all night. Sounds like Lemieux. Yeah. Hey, sport. I hope you're well, mate. I am Craig. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate that. Groves is in hospital. Yeah, he is. You're not a fan of Groves, are you, son of God? Come on. Come on, man. You know, you're son of God. You're Jesus, right? You know, be humble, man. Be humble. Eddie Sasser, surprised at Eubank's tactics. Expected more boxing. I agree. Yeah, plan A didn't have a plan B. So, surprised about the jab stats. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely, Jake. Definitely. Bad guy. Adam Booth would definitely made Eubank work on his movement. Totally. Totally. Although, what did you guys think of the undercard fights with Tommy Langford winning and Isaac Lowe versus Ryan Walsh getting a draw? Again, you see, all my scorecards, I'm not a judge by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, I got all of them right. All of them. I'm quite surprised by that. Put him on the hot seat. Holy shit. If Luis Ortiz destroys Wilder, we should have called him the Wild Molest. Damn, man. Damn, man. Eubank smashed him up. Hmm. Craig Bowler, good fight tonight. Helped to go the British beef stinker a little. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I still blame Isaac Chamberlain for that one more than Okoli. I thought Okoli did what he had to do. He was winning the fight comfortably. Why risk it? So, yeah, not the best fight in the world. Didn't see Sebastian Eubank. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't watch it. I didn't start watching until about 8 o'clock. So, I thought it was a grim pants. Walsh brothers always get me excited, but never look convincing in the ring. Yeah, you see, Ryan Walsh, doesn't he look and fight like um, Advil Katside? Doesn't he? He does. You felt sorry for Isaac Lowe. Yeah, yeah. I can see why you say that. Seb Eubank was pulled from the TV. Okay. And I say it because the show started at 6:45, I believe it was, and I didn't start watching it till 8 o'clock. So yeah, yeah. Eubank taught Groves a lesson. I like you, son of God. Stick around, bruv. Stick around. I like you. It's good. Eubank needs a trainer. Simple as that. Yes, Sam. Correct. Puma 81, son of God 316. Yeah. Uh, Lowen Walsh was yeah, exactly, Slim. That was a very good fight. It was a very good fight. I enjoyed that one. I didn't think I was going to be honest. Uh, but yeah, Walsh was the more experienced one. He was the one coming forward, but I thought Lowe did well to just keep jabbing him all night, just enough to keep him off him. So very good fight. And before the judges revealed the scorecards, I scored it a draw. So ultimately, yeah, I was right on that one. I don't often get them right, to be honest. Uh, Will they pull the final back? Well, that's a good question because I really don't know what's going to happen. Because if George Groves is injured, and while they could postpone it maybe a month or so, if it's that bad, what happens? Does Chris Eubank Jr. go to the final? Would they make Chris Eubank Jr. fight the loser of Callum Smith and Jurgen Bremer for the right to go to the final? I don't know how they're going to do it. Yeah. Rios and Garcia tonight, yes. Yes, it is. I'm not too sure if I'm going to watch it though. So, because it's on quite late, I've got to be up early with my son, so I'll have to wait and see. Good scoring too. Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. I agree with all the scoring tonight. And big up to the World Boxing Super Series. Big up to Caddy Sauerland for choosing some excellent fights, really. The undercards, he's been putting on some very, very 50 fights. So, yeah. 11 Toes Danny Garcia. What's that about? 11 Toes Danny Garcia. I haven't heard that one before. You watching Garcia? Mm. I don't know because I don't know. It's like at 2 a.m., isn't it, or 3 a.m. or something? I'm not too sure. Because, like I said, I've got to be up early. I could, but I'll suffer tomorrow morning. I know that much. I'm pretty sure the wife won't be happy if I'm sleeping in bed for half the day. So, Gro's got brain damage. I like you, son of God. Please make sure that you are a subscriber of this channel. Please make sure you do. Please, Boy Vincent, what? There'd be no stand. Really? Really? There won't be? I don't know. Hopefully, Case something because obviously Case Howland is going to be well, he's going to, isn't he? Or George Groves, but he's had to be neutral on this one. Because I'm going to put my pajamas on soon. No more boxing for me. That's one bad guy. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know about this extra time thing. Is this a true? I never know about that. If Hitman Boxing is still there, he'll know. Boxing, you still here? Anthony Hopkins Jr. can't make it. The date can't be moved. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, because they booked the. Is it? Was it June 3rd or June 4th? Whatever. Yeah, we put back as a 6th. Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. And now, let me know, everybody. Right. Give me a minute.